I've not put many videos out on this channel recently. I'm going to try and sort of revive the channel. We're going to rebrand it a little bit. So I've changed the name of it. It's called Our Small Farm in France. See if we can get a bit more people coming to view the channel. I'm going to try and keep it sort of farm related, working on the land, renovating the house. I will do some of the off-grid solar. Obviously, I'll put a lot of that over on Ben's garage. And just sort of try and do a bit more on the channel, basically. Obviously, I've got Ben's garage, I've got Mad Dog air guns. They're quite specific, aren't they? So when I put videos out on Ben's garage that's sort of nothing related to cars, the videos fall on their arse. So I will try to put more videos unrelated to cars and the garage on this channel. So you'll be able to follow us along, and I'll try and do it once a week, but I can't guarantee it. So yeah, it's now going to be called Our Small Farm in France. Small farm, we've got one, 5 acres. This year, it's been one of those funny years again. Hobbit's still not right. Still having more tests, this, that and the other for the old cancer. She's just got no energy and they can't quite get to the bottom of it yet. So we're still, what are we, November the 20-something today? So this whole year it's been, she had surgery in January, radiotherapy March into April. And you'd think that she'd start picking up a little bit, and she's just got no energy. She gets a bit dizzy when she stands up too fast, this, that and the other. Can't get back to work, basically. So we're struggling a little bit. Anyway, not to worry. So the garden side of things, I've not got a lot of footage of the garden. Potatoes were fantastic this year, as they were previously. And we did have a few chilies. I don't think I've got any footage of that either, but we've got quite a few chilies that we've dealt with. That is pretty much all we grew this year, because one thing and another, we weren't prepared at the start of the year. Say, Tina was still having all her treatment, and it was just all up in the air. So we're now at the end of the year. So this morning I've been out on the digger, and you know, end of year jobs. I don't know if you remember what it was like out here, but this big pile of chalk we've got was sort of like over there a bit, but in front of the garage door. The gateway is really, really muddy. So I've scraped as much mud off as I can. It is hard standing underneath the mud. So I've scraped it off, put some chalk on it. Tina's going to get out on the whacker plate at some point. I'm going to drag that out in a minute and see if I can get it fired up. So I'll show you that. So yeah, I've moved whatever chalk I haven't used on all the mud. So I've dragged most of the mud away. We had some holes down the side of the garage here that was filling up with water, so I've dragged a lot of mud down there, put a lot of chalk in it. We had a big box and a bag of sand over there. I tried moving the pallets, which is like the things we use for the raised planters. It was all rotten and it just fell apart. So I've pulled it over, got all the wood out, scraped all the sand about, scraped a load of chalk about, gone over it with the digger, just to sort of flatten it and level it, and then sort of piled up the gravel over there. So when we've come to bring stuff in the garage, rather than coming in at an angle, we can just come straight in the door. So that'll be ideal. Yeah, so I've got a few other little jobs, end of year jobs I'm going to be doing in the next couple of days. Winterising the digger. I will video it, but mechanicking videos will be over on Ben's garage. So I'll be winterising the digger. I don't think there's any antifreeze in it, so we're going to be doing that. Getting the tractor in. We're probably not going to use the tractor now till spring. So get the tractor in, grease it all up, give it a bit of a clean. The paintwork suffered a little bit, and I want to keep on top of it and keep it nice, because we want to keep these machines going, don't we? So grease it all up. The 4-wheel drive lever's seized up. It's seized in 2-wheel drive. I think it's just the lever's seized. Get underneath, see if I can free it all off. We'll have a look at that. That'll be on Ben's garage as well. So once we've got the tractor done, we're going to park that in the polytunnel. There's no cover on the polytunnel anymore. And sheet it up. We've got a big tarpaulin. We're going to sheet it up for the winter. Oh, I'm going to put some antifreeze in the tractor as well. I don't think there's a lot in that, so I'll drain all the water out. We'll put fresh antifreeze in it. I need to get a radiator cap for that as well. So that's that. What else have we got? And just general tidying up really in the garden. Once we've got all these little jobs done, and I've got this garage sorted out because it is a bit of a mess, we'll be getting the Panda back in and hopefully get the Panda fixed, get a CT on it and get it sold, because we need the money that's in the Panda for projects on the house. So I will video some of the projects that we got going on in the house when we're getting onto them. Obviously Dad's been over and he's been doing quite a bit of building work for us. If I've got any clips, I will just insert them in here while I'm talking. Basically we've extended into the barn, only 1.5 meters and about 2.5 meters wide. You can go up to 5 square meters without planning permission in France, so we've done that. He's going to have the solid fuel log stove and back boiler, so hopefully we can get that all plumbed in, and that'll solid fuel boiler for our central heating, because oil has got bloody expensive yet again. So if I've got any clips I'll show you, but hopefully Dad will be over next week concreting the floor, just putting a final screed on, getting it nice and level. We're going to have to open it up in the kitchen because that's all boarded up at the moment, so open it up and I'll do some videos on that then. So right, I'm just going to drag this whacker plate out and see if it'll start, so wish me luck, fingers crossed. Alright, turn the fuel on and we'll let the fuel run through. Choke on. Switch it on. Always like to give it a minute or two for the old fuel to run through into the carburetor, because it's probably sat there and it's bone dry. So I'll just leave that for a second or two and then we'll see if it'll start. Fingers crossed. Just lubricated up the throttle linkage with a bit of 3-in-1. Well, that was rather painless, wasn't it? Good bit of kit, that. Now, I don't know if I've told you the story about the old whacker plate. We ordered that. We wanted a nice big heavy one for obviously when we was concreting this garage floor. That's 102 kilos, that whacker plate, so it is bloody heavy. 6.5 horsepower engine. It's a Chinese copy of a Honda engine, I think. Anyway. So I ordered it. It was about 400 euros. Anyway, lorry turns up. I was indoors. Tina went out and get him, sign the paperwork. She said, he's just dropped it inside the gate. So, all right, well, we'll have lunch and we'll pop up there and have a look at it. Anyway, goes up there. Opens the parcel up, the pallet. And there's 2 whacker plates sitting on the pallet. So they've made a mistake somewhere. They've had a slight cock up. So I thought, right, okay, well, we'll open one up. Make sure it runs. Check the oil and everything, you know. Thought, well, we'll keep the other one. And if they don't get in touch with us, we'll sell it. So, yeah, never had a dicky bird. So, and it did say 2 pieces on the invoice, but I was only invoiced for 1. No, the delivery note said 2 pieces, but the invoice was for 1 piece. The courier company never got in touch with me. The actual manufacturer where I bought it from didn't get in touch with me. So I thought, well, we'll keep hold of it for a month or so. Anyway, nothing, so I sold it. Never heard anything else. So, for once in our life, we have had a spot of good luck. It doesn't happen very often because we have had a run of bad luck. Obviously, I'm not going to go into it too much because it's depressing and we're here to enlighten you all and cheer you all up. But obviously, Tina getting cancer wasn't the best of things. Other things have gone wrong this year. And then to top it all off, our solar inverter blew up. I will be doing a video on that, but it's just one headache after another, and it gets to the point where you really don't need these headaches. So we try to remain positive, but it's, you know, quite difficult at times. Obviously, me being in a wheelchair, certain things are extremely difficult for me to do. I will try to attempt them, but, you know, I just get annoyed when I can't, you know, I can't reach that on the top shelf. It's just, Anyway, that's going to be it for this video. I just thought I'd do a little video, we'll put one out there, explain what's going on with the channel. I'm going to try and revive the channel. We've had a bit of a rebrand. We call it Our Small Farm in France. Now, I've been in France since 2009. Tina's been in France since 2010. She's almost fluent in French. I'm not. Anyway, that's going to be it. Not sure what videos we'll be putting out next. It might be something in the house or it might be something out in the garden. I will try and keep the cameras available for where we're doing little bits and pieces. It's all very well saying I'm going to video it and I'm going to do this. It takes twice as long, almost 3 times as long to do a job sometimes when you're filming it. I'm sure you can all appreciate that. It's just, oh, stop, change it, move the camera, do this, do that, or move the camera, set up somewhere else, move the camera. It can be a bit time consuming. And when you don't really want to be pissed, like I was doing a job the other day, I thought, I'll video that and put it on this channel. And the weather wasn't great. And I thought, do you know what? I'm just going to get out and do the job and not worry about filming it. But I need to change my mindset and we need to film more and get more on this channel, get this channel built up and see what we can do with it. So catch you in the next video. Bye for now.